and welcome back to my channel. I am Kayla. Now, with vegan fashion, it's something I am very passionate about. I really love what it's all about and helping find that alternative to be able to help animals, to stop what animals are going through for the sake of fashion. Now, I've made a video previously about where like fur comes from and everything, so I've kind of already touched on the whole fur industry thing, which I'm very passionate about stopping. I already touched on the whole fur farm industry, and it's great to hear that Croatia has actually shut down their fur farms and India is stopping the import of real animal fur, so that's amazing. So there's been some changes being made, and that is just making me so happy right now. So for people that specialise in the vegan fashion industry, it's really good to hear that these things are actually happening, and knowing that you can be a part of it is a fantastic feeling. And not only that, it makes you feel like there's more people like-minded like yourself, you know. In recent events, I've actually seen on Facebook, on different kinds of social media, different different comments from vegans and everything, which I understand. I completely understand your anger and passion, because I'm the same. I do have that same passion inside of me, and that anger towards why people are using real animals for the fashion industry, and how disgusting it is. It shouldn't be even a thing. However, I have noticed there's been a lot of people being quite cruel to others with their words and everything. Now, that includes me as well. There's a couple of different random comments sometimes where they're quite negative, not so much nasty, but quite negative. And, you know, you've got to expect that in any business. You know, you're going to have people that like you and people that hate you, but even some vegans, they are actually commenting and taking it one step further, where it's almost like they're doubting you trying to help as well. Like they're, for example, I've seen comments saying things like, you know, why even have fake leather? You're still promoting some form of leather that, you know, people aren't going to know if it's real leather or not, so you're still wearing it out, people are still going to think it's real leather. The way to solve this issue is, if we're working hard anyway to try and stop the real leather and real fur industry and everything, then we're going to have nothing to worry about. The more and more this takes over, people are going to think real leather's pretty rare anyway, so it's not very often you're going to see a real leather bag, hopefully. You know, let's hope that this does happen. But it's also, I'm going off on a tangent at the moment, but I'm trying to kind of tell people that it's a hard industry sometimes when you've got your really passionate vegans that are kind of having a nasty approach in how they're wanting to get, you know, problems solved and animals saved. However, I think what we need to do in this industry is use more kindness, because that's what people say, you know, the quote, kill them with kindness. Not necessarily like actually kill them, but kill them with kindness. So kind of put across a friendly approach, put across suggestions, try and help people grow and be on that same path as you. You know, I know like 90% of the people are all on that same path and trying to have a kinder approach. However, there is some people that are being very aggressive and mean, and the thing we don't need is us being cruel to other humans while trying to stop the cruelty to animals. Because we're all going to end up just hating each other and not coming together to actually make the change. We're just going to make more and more enemies by trying to make the change and give a awful label to the vegan community, which shouldn't happen, because you're all good people that want to do the right thing by animals. And that's what we're all here for, to help animals live and not be used for unnecessary things. So what is an important approach? Now, number one, since having my vegan fashion online store, right, I have been reaching out to certain companies that are using real leather for, let's say, car interiors, other handbag companies. I won't name any because I don't want to do that, but you need to do when it comes to this kind of thing. Now, you need to make people aware that there's these certain companies that may be using real leather, right? if you were to reach out and you want to make a change and you think that's an awful thing that someone's doing that, then what I've started practicing, which I feel like is really helping, to be honest, is reaching out to them in a kind way, as much as you don't want to, and you know there's that anger in there and you're just like, why are you using animal products? So the best thing you could probably do is reach out to those people in a kind way and say, listen, I've seen a big movement, I'm part of that movement at the moment when it comes to the vegan community and the way the world is trying to go and everything. So, which it is actually working at the moment. There has been a lot of changes going on since like the past year or so. So that's really good. Now, email them and say, listen, I personally wouldn't buy your product, even though it's a great looking product, I wouldn't buy it because of what I live by and my values, and I don't really agree that animals should be killed for someone to wear a handbag on their arm, you know? Now, I am very passionate about that, but if you say to them, listen, I'm happy to help promote your brand and do anything I can to help your brand, if you maybe look into turning vegan using faux leather products, you know, this is something that can be done. There are so many new ways to go about this now. There's mushroom leather, there's pineapple leather, there's, you know, different faux leather and everything. You can use so many different things that there is no point anymore to use something from an animal. I mean, years ago when they didn't have factories and alternatives and new inventions, I mean, cows and stuff is all they had, which is awful. It's awful to think of that, you know. But these days we don't need it. What's the point? I really don't see any point at all. And like I've said in my previous video with the fur industry, which is horrific, there is no point. If we can make the faux stuff just as good, then why take an innocent life to wear a handbag or to wear a coat or to wear shoes and everything that, you know, people don't even know is real leather anyway, so there's no point in it. So that's what I'm kind of trying to put across, is to try and be kind in your approach to help these other companies, and you'll probably get a lot further in wanting to make that change and save animals, because some of them may not reply to you, but all you need is that one to be like, okay, maybe there is something here, maybe we could experiment with making a change. For example, PETA has already bought stakes in Louis Vuitton and are thinking of making most of their range pineapple leather. I mean, if Louis Vuitton can do it, I'm pretty sure that some of these other companies can do it too. So that's the positive change it's making on the world at the moment. That it's really, really good to see that it's starting to happen more and more, and I'm really happy that I can be part of it. However, you know, you've really just got to be kind in your approach, and people like me that are trying to help make that change in vegan fashion and selling items that are animal free, animal cruelty free and everything, you know, don't aim to be mean or say silly comments to people that are trying to help make the change. So that's pretty much what I've been just wanting to say recently, after seeing just, not even just me as a target, just other people that are trying to make a change, and then someone just has to get that tiny little bit of, you know, nitpicking and aim for the smallest thing and have a bad attitude towards it, then that's not going to bring people together to help. It's just going to push people further apart and give a bad rap to the name vegan and vegan fashion and everything. So if someone's making a change to help animals, encourage them, do what you can to help, and that's pretty much all I'm wanting to say today. But I hope you all have a beautiful day and take something positive out of this video, and yeah, I will see you in my next video. Thank you. Mwah. Bye.